fraud. You get redress for fraud in a court of law. You can't tell me there was fraud. You can't put a video on Facebook or Twitter talking about this fraud. I can't fix it. I can't fix it. I'm blind. How am I blind?
Did you not see the video in Georgia?
Why do you believe every video you see? What's
so the videos, doctor.
How do you get more return ballots that are actually voters?
How come we couldn't prove it in a court? We could not prove it in a court.
You got
60 cases, 0 for 60, guys. 0 for 60.
Don't check the signatures. Don't check the signatures. Oh, hell no.
Believe Linwood and believe Sidney Powell. Put the tinfoil hat on. Believe them.
Book of the lot.
Yeah, you're out of your mind.
Sidney Powell, great lawyer, right? Linwood, great lawyer, right? Pedo, John Roberts, whatever. Keep believing that stuff. Drink the Kool-Aid.
Don't fuck with a New York Italian, you understand me? Put a fucking tinfoil hat on and forget about it. Did you see this, Chud? That's my son. I love you, boy. Every Trump supporter come to DC now. Why is the FBI contacting me? Oh no. Dude, it is remarkable, dude. It is remarkable. It's so good. Is this fake? They got Patriot down. Pretty sure that's it's a satire account? Okay, got it. Regardless, though, this is parody, and I got clapped by it for sure, because I thought it was real. But the reason why I thought it was fucking real is literally because... The reason why I thought it was real is because straight the fuck up, dude. They telegraphed it. They telegraphed it in the exact same way. Like, there is like 1,000 stories like this. I have never seen someone who is so entitled that they just dox themselves, that they snitch on themselves, that they did not think that there would be any repercussions to this. Now, I want to point to something else, because, you know, a lot of people always say, Hassan, you're leftist conspiracy theorist, you're crazy. Well, it turns out I'm not one of the only people out there that's feeling this way about how weird this situation is. Take a look at some of the greatest liberals of all time. Pod Save America folks. Let's hear what they had to say in their podcast. The Pod John spoketh.
How did the Capitol Police fail to secure an event that was being attended by the entire United States Congress, the current Vice President of the United States, and the next Vice President of the United States? I mean, this was like a president and 9 Supreme Court justices short of a State of the Union, which is the most closely guarded, heavily guarded event in America every year. What the fuck was going on?
I mean, it was clearly one of the greatest security failures in modern American history.
Since 9/11?
I mean, worse than 9/11. Like, it's 9/11 if they had told you 9/11 was going to happen and you didn't prepare for it.
How did the Capitol Police fail to secure an event?
I'm just saying, dude. Also, yeah, if only the government knew that 9/11 could potentially happen. If only. I mean, seriously, if only they knew, or there was any sort of like, if only agencies communicated with one another a little bit better, I guess. Refresh for himbies and piggies? No, dude, that's too cute. Piggies is too cute. Himbies. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my God. McConnell being flashed Illuminati symbols. For the record, I don't think 9/11 was an inside job, but there is evidence that the government was warned about a 9/11 style attack, or at least the agencies did know potentially about a 9/11 style attack happening, not on like any specific day or whatever, and did not communicate with one another. Why are you guys saying Pepela? Okay, dude, Jesus Christ, that's not like... Y'all just literally say Pepela about everything that that revolves around 9/11, huh? That's what we're doing nowadays? Suburban man expenses were good after he was arrested during riot at U.S. Capitol.
Only on 2 while rioting was going on inside the Capitol. Brad Rickstalis from suburban Inverness admits he breached security. In fact, he got arrested. Tonight, he's back home. Let's get right to Charlie DeMar, live now in Inverness. And Charlie, he admits that things got out of hand.
Murray, good evening. Yeah, we spoke with him outside of his home tonight, and he said he regrets his decision.
You are a conspiracy theorist now? This basically confirms my theory that the far right and far left are basically the same? Yes.
And he regrets the embarrassment that he's caused his family, friends, and those who know him. But when I asked him why he decided to break the law to go inside the Capitol building, well, at that point, he was done talking.
I mean, it was great to see a whole bunch of people together in the morning and hear the speeches, but yeah, it turned into chaos.
Brad Rickstalis back home tonight in his upscale, quiet, suburban Inverness home.
You don't understand, sir. We were just having friendly banter. Do you get it? We thought that this was going to be just a friendly overthrow of the government. We didn't think it through.
A drastic contrast to the chaos he chose to participate in.
There you go, brother.
Just a day ago. The tech CEO was arrested in D.C. as supporters of President Trump turned violent.
You know, fucking working class, dude. You know what I'm talking about? Look at the date of this thread, very telling. December 21st, on January 6th, armed Trumpist militias will be rallying in D.C. at Trump's orders. It's highly likely that they'll try to storm the Capitol after it certifies Joe Biden's win. I don't think this is sunk in yet. These people are angry at the Democrats. They're angry at the GOP for not suspending democracy. Wait, hold on. Oops. Not what I was looking for. 1 second. What the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck is this, dude? They're angry at the GOP for not suspending democracy. They hate the media. Many consider police to be the enemy, even as they fly the blue lives flag instead of the stars and stripes. They are convinced that Congress will somehow declare Trump the winner on January 6th. Maybe Pence will just refuse to count the electoral votes from the states Biden won, or the Senate will throw those votes out, or Justice Thomas. Alternatively, something Trump will win because they will ensure it, maybe by forcing Congress to certify him as the winner at gunpoint. Maybe as backup forces to Trump's supposed military coup. Pro-Trump forums are very excited about Trump's call for a mass protest on the day Congress counts the Electoral College votes. Many see it as the mobilization call they've been waiting for. Guys, this is from December 21st. And he's not the only person who talked about this. Anyone who monitors extremist behavior knew about this already, that like this was going to be a massive fucking shit show. I didn't even take it seriously. I did not think that it was going to be this bad. But like Jared Holt and all of those other people that that are routinely keeping an eye on like extremist activity knew that this was going to be a problem. How the insurgent and MAGA right are being welded together in the streets of Washington, D.C. Yeah. Robert Evans wrote about it as well. Like the day before the protest. When Congress certifies Biden, these people will be shocked. Their worlds will collapse. And it'll happen while they're illegally armed and gathered in D.C. It's the nitroglycerin of explosive mixtures. How will January 6th be policed? We've already seen that the White House can effectively commandeer the DC police and construct ad hoc paramilitary forces out of prison officers and CBP. Will Congress get the protection it needs? The Capitol Police has 2,200 officers, but I'm guessing they mostly aren't riot trained or SWAT types. The question here is federal forces. Is if federal forces would be allowed to help them. To be clear here, I don't think the 3%ers, Proud Boys, holy shit, dude, or the Boogaloo types are going to seize the Capitol. But some of them are going to try, and people will die. How will U.S. conservatives react? Well, they made Kyle Rittenhouse into a hero. They ignored the Whitmer kidnap plot, except as a way of calling for more violence against her. I note that Robert Waldeck reckons I'm completely wrong here that the D.C. Well, this guy, Robert Waldeck. Trump brought Putin's disinformation war to America. Wow. Talk about a guy. Talk about someone who's been owned. Like, literally just the most owned person in America. Do you understand? Robert Waldeck, you fucked up, brother. No one has ever been owned harder than this. More than a year back, I wondered if Trump would be the first president to be impeached twice. Tonight, members, this motherfucker is like... Okay, I don't know what this dude's deal is, but he was on the money there. Anyway. Yes, Kyle Rittenhouse is roaming free. This makes sense. Have you ever watched Arrested Development? Yes. He used to play on an ANCAP roleplay Minecraft server. Who? Aria Kovler? Okay. Oh, this was my favorite. Wait. Can someone send me that full 6-minute Gale? No, I know the last part of the thread was on 1-6. I know. But even then, he's right about the impeachment. Reaping and sowing is so good. Senate aide told me that many... A Senate GOP aide told me that Senate Republicans now face a situation where QAnon people threaten them for not reelecting Trump, while some people on the opposite end of the political spectrum are also making threats, saying they enabled him for 4 years. Were you saying that material conditions were partly responsible for this? How do you kind of combine that with the fact that privileged people were the ones there? Please, I don't know what to say to my neolib friend when they point this out. First of all, there are, of course, still poor people there as well. But the real reason why some of the hogs that are wealthy are fucking angry is because they fear. They see the economic anxiety. They experience it in some forms. But most importantly, they fear the consequences of a hog rebellion. Do you understand? This is why fascism was backed by corporations in Nazi Germany. Okay? Do you understand? Because fascism is order, is a restoration of hierarchies from before. It's a promise that comes along with order. So that's why these people that are wealthy themselves recognize the economic anxiety, probably feel it a little bit themselves as well, regardless of how fucking wealthy they are. And that's why they find themselves excited for some sort of fascist order. Oh, here's the Gayle King one. We gotta watch this shit. It's so good.
Falsely accusing him of stealing her.
This is literally the best fucking thing I've ever seen. Also, there was a fat dono gifty out there. I want to say thank you, Mushka, for the 50 big ones. Thank you, Mushka. Mushka. Found that guy arrested, was back home within a day. Talk about privilege. If he was black or BLM person, he'd be still in jail or dead. Oh, he wrote about companies financing the Republican assault on democracy. In brief, Republican Senate Leadership Committee is a 527 group aimed at helping Republicans take state legislatures. In 2010, they launched Red Map, a campaign to take over legislatures in a number of states in time to control the redistricting process after the census. Since then, as we all know, Republican legislatures have pushed not only racial gerrymandering, but voter ID laws and other forms of voter suppression. Oh, Mushka! Pog! Goddamn! Thank you for the 100 gifted subs. I don't know why you're doing this, but thank you. I'm motherfucking on a stack, dude. 2 Virgils. On God. For real, for real. Okay. The following is a non-exhaustive list of companies that gave according to the RSLC's publicly available disclosures. 100 Contacts, 3M, Amazon, Anheuser-Busch, AutoZone, Bank of America, Best Buy, Boeing, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Capital One, Chevron, Citigroup, Coca-Cola, Comcast, ConocoPhillips, Deloitte, Dominion Energy, DraftKings. What the fuck, DraftKings, dude? Facebook. So here's the point. Remember when the Black Lives Matter protests were happening and you saw Walmart throw up like the fucking black fist and shit? What did I tell you back then? These motherfuckers who are symbolically on board with Black Lives Matter will throw up the fucking black fist, but they will then turn around and still finance police forces and gift them cars and shit like that. Okay? It's just corporate virtue signaling. Just like all of these dudes who are like, oh my God, the attack on the Capitol is terrible. Meanwhile, like, they are playing a fundamental role in GOP controlling legislatures. So make no mistake, corporations are not your fucking friends. I think you guys already know this, though. That's y'all are lefties anyway. Even if you are a unironic lib, even if you are the biggest, even if you're the biggest fucking liberal on the planet, you still, if you found yourself here, you know that corporations are not your fucking friends. And none of them are. And it's not just like, it's not just fucking Chick-fil-A that otherwise makes delicious chicken sandwiches, let's be real, is like homophobic because they're, you know, they're outwardly homophobic. Something that the CEO, I think, apologized for, but it doesn't matter. Like, they literally, every company fucking straight up donates to homophobic lawmakers. Like, they all do. There is no ethical corporation that exists. Or, I guess, very few. So, they'll tell you, oh my God, this shit's so crazy. Oh my God, like, I can't believe the racial inequality that's happening. But then they'll turn around and facilitate it. Okay? So, don't be a fucking sucker. But that's also why I get so mad at, like, virtue signaling Andes on the right, or, sorry, the center, right? People who say things like, I can't believe corporations are doing this. Corporations are, you know, just doing this to virtue signal, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, but they're still fucking doing horrible shit. They turn around and they act like corporations are actual lefty. Like, they act like Facebook is like a leftist platform or something. Are you out of your fucking mind, dude? Are you insane? Thank you, Vinified for the 10 tier 1 gift subs. What do we do practically about this? We can't boycott every corporation. Bitch, there's no fucking... There is no consumer side, like, activism, okay? If you're gonna do consumer side activism, like, you have to literally stop others from going out and purchasing shit, okay? That's the only way that you could literally do it. And it still has to work alongside, like, there has to be a tangible goal for legislation. Okay? Twitter is left. Oh, no, it's not. Shut the fuck up. boycott, divestments, and sanctions on Israel is consumer side activism that literally, first of all, is owned in its entirety, but has a specific legislative agenda. The goal isn't to get Israel to stop doing it because you hit them in their pockets. The goal is to petition the government, the United States of America government, to do something. Okay? Just like that's what the original BDS, which this BDS is tailored around, wanted to do for apartheid South Africa. You get it? Orange man bad equals left. Keg W. What? Surprised to hear you hate on people raiding the Congress as if your audience doesn't want to organize like the MAGA folk if for a left cause. Brother, there is no organizing like the MAGA folk if for a left cause. You think cops are going to be like, hello, welcome in, and open doors to like leftists who are organizing? Do you think that leftists have the capacity to be able to fucking organize like that? There's no concentration of wealth and power that is astroturfing this shit year round like the Republicans do. There are no billionaires who are like, I am going to fund communists so that they are, you know, spreading anti-billionaire agitprop. People are so delusional, man. Hollywood. Oh, yeah. Hollywood is real fucking... Hollywood's real leftist, bro. Hollywood is liberal. They're decent on certain social issues, or at least showing a strong forward face on certain issues, while not necessarily strong follow through on said issues. Harvey Weinstein being a great example of this. But they're still incredibly pro-imperialism for the most part, and deeply liberal and deeply capitalist, despite having strong unions that are at its foundation, I guess. Not enough regardless. Do you remember the Michael Moore Oscar speech? Yeah, they did. West Hollywood's super leftist though? No, they're not. Shut up. Okay, let's watch this funny video now, okay? Let's move on to some fun stuff. This is the greatest fucking interview I've ever seen on... This is the fucking funniest. Wait, what's the quote tweet? Every time I go to the grocery store, I do fascism, so I remember what I need to get. I love lists, not remotely creepy and fascist.
A cell phone has been arrested in California. It happened last night. You might remember this video.
I do not.
Mia Ponsetto approached 14-year-old Keon Harold Jr. at a New York City hotel last month, accusing him of stealing her phone. His father, jazz musician Keon Harold, recorded the encounter and accused Ponsetto of racial profiling.
We have what you see two black people.
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
Now, the video shows Ponsetto trying to stop the teenager from leaving the hotel lobby and then rushing toward them. Hotel surveillance video shows the 22-year-old woman tackling Keon Jr. Now, he never had the phone. It turned up several minutes later at the hotel. New York City detectives went to California yesterday to coordinate Ponsetto's arrest in connection with the confrontation. She was contacted at a traffic stop in Ventura County near Los Angeles. Officials say that police had to pull her out of the car when she refused to get out. Now, in an exclusive interview, we had just done that interview yesterday afternoon. Her lawyer spoke with us before she was arrested. They told us that NYPD had not yet contacted them. Mia, help me understand. What made you think that Keon had your phone? That's why I'm confused. Why did you think he had it?
I was approaching.
What do you guys think happened there? Also, the daddy hat makes this so much better. It's so much funnier. What do you guys think happened there? You think? Why did that happen, you think? I can't seem to place my finger on it. I wonder why she singled out like a 14-year-old black kid.
The people that had been exiting the hotel, because in my mind, anybody exiting is probably the one that might be the one that is trying to steal my phone. I admit, yes, I could have approached the situation differently, or maybe not yelled at him like that and made him feel, you know, maybe some sort of inferior way, making him feel as if I was like hurting his feelings, because that's not my intention. I consider myself to be super sweet. I really never ever meant.
I consider myself to be super sweet. Oh, do you? Yes. Well, okay then. I mean, if you consider yourself to be super sweet, then I mean, I don't know why we're even here. What are we doing here? This is a waste of time. That's cool. To, like, I personally consider myself to be a fucking asshole. You know? Everything she says in this video, I watched it before. Affluenza, yeah, literally. Everything she says in this video is so bad. Like, I can't... Like, she literally does herself zero favors. Like, talk about implicating yourself further.
Like, hurt him or his father either.
Are you saying that you were stopping everybody in the lobby, asking them about your phone? Is that what you're saying?
Not everyone. Just the people that, in the meantime, while the hotel manager was checking the footage, I just wanted to do my part as best as I could.
You just described yourself.
I wanted to do my part by beating a black 14-year-old. I wanted to do my part by just, you know, just you know, doing my part by assaulting black teenagers.
Either.
Are you saying that you were stopping everybody in the lobby, asking them about your phone? Is that what you're saying?
Not everyone. Just the people that, in the meantime, while the hotel manager was checking the footage, I just wanted to do my part as best as I could.
You.
Like, literally, she's like so close. She'd be like, no, just the blacks. No, not everyone. Oops. Like,
you just described yourself as super sweet. I know you've seen the video. When you look at the video, the reaction seems very extreme. It doesn't seem like it's someone who's super sweet.
How would you feel if you were alone in New York and, you know, you're going to spend time with your family during the holidays and you lose the one thing that gets stolen from you that has all of the access to the only way that you're able to get back home?
I just don't think I would randomly attack people, is what I'm saying to you. I know you said you could have handled it better, but I just don't think I would randomly attack people in the manner in which you did.
Why is this like... I find it kind of weird that like she became a celebrity. Like, this is like an advertising campaign because she was like literally fucking racist. You know what I mean? And also, she does not give a single shit, by the way. Like, it's very obvious that she's like, yes, a PR company that my mommy hired for me is telling me to read these words, but I'm still the real victim here. And also, I don't really care. And also, thank you for having me on your show. This is only going to, you know, make it easier for me to ultimately get a book deal or something.
What do you think when you look at that video? You're standing there in your leggings and your flip-flops, and it looks like you're just going nuts, for lack of a better word.
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
I don't feel that that is who I am as a person. I don't feel like this one mistake does define me, but I do sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, apologize that if I made the son feel as if I assaulted him, or if I hurt his feelings or the father's feelings.
I don't believe one mistake defines anybody, but I think when I look at that particular video, you did more than just accuse him. The video seems to show that you physically attacked this young boy. You do see that too, right?
But at the end of the day, the dad did end up like slamming me to the ground. And
I can't believe that a black man assaulted me after I tried to assault his 14-year-old son. Like, first of all, dude, you're lucky that he didn't fucking end you, okay? The fuck do you mean? Like, what kind of dumb shit is this? The fuck do you mean? Like, listen, there is a disparity of power, okay, between someone who's a 22-year-old girl and a fully adult male, okay? Certainly. But, like, in that situation, if you're literally fucking attacking that a fully grown adult male's son, 14-year-old son, then no, you're going to get fucking disproportionate use of force. Okay?
pulling my hair and throwing me and dragging me across the ground. So I will say that.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the video we saw, it looked like you had just attacked his son.
Yeah, the footage shows me attacking his son. Of attacking him how? Yelling at him? Yes. Okay, I apologize. Can we move on?
I know you're saying I don't need to, I just want to apologize, but I do think that there.
She's loving it, dude. Oh God, it's so bad. Oh God, throw the book. Throw the book at her. Everything but everything and the kitchen sink, dude. Oh God. Oh, it's so bad. Can we move on?
There should be some
jail. Literally jail. Oh God, I hate her so much. Oh, she's disgusting.
Looked like you had just attacked his son.
Yeah, the footage shows me attacking his son. Of attacking him how? Yelling at him? Yes. Okay, I apologize. Can we move on?
I know you.
Oh, it's even worse the second time.
You're
dude.
saying I don't need to, I just want to apologize, but I do think that there should be some context to your actions that day.
Okay, so
She follows you? What's her Instagram?
basically, I'm a 22-year-old girl. Racism is. How is one girl accused?
Actions that day.
Okay, so basically, I'm a 22-year-old girl. Racism is. How is one girl accusing a guy about a phone a crime? Where?
She didn't even say racism, by the way. Like, she knows what she did. The interviewer, in the most CBS This Morning way possible, of course doesn't mention racism. But she's like, racism, what does it say about racism? I'm young. It's like, you know what you fucking did, okay?
Where's the context in that?
Mia,
what is the deeper
Mia,
story
it's
here?
not, that's not the problem. You have to at least understand your actions that day. You seem to have attacked this little boy, this young boy, this teenager. You seem to have attacked this teenager about the phone, and then it turned out he didn't even have your phone. That's the thing. I mean, you're saying, look, I'm 22 years old. You're 22 years old, but you are old enough to know better. So I will say you're 22. I get it.
It's so great, dude. Who knew that, like, entitlement of this magnitude would create so many unique opportunities of content in which people just keep telling on themselves, not recognizing that what they did was like pretty fucking bad. It is wild. It's like we've had an entire week of rich, oftentimes white folk, literally just openly fucking admitting crimes and doing them, and then openly admitting them and saying like, I don't get it. What's the problem? Why are you handcuffing me? Is this so strange? What? Like, people say, oh, white privilege this, white privilege that. Some of it's true. Some of it's like an exaggeration or misunderstood. But this is... I don't know how else to describe this. Like not thinking that you are going to suffer the consequences of your actions has to be from living a life of delusion in which you literally think that these actions are never going to come back to you.
Yeah, enough. The hotel did have my...
You seem to have attacked this teenager about the phone, and then it turned out he didn't even have your phone. That's the thing. I mean, you're saying, look, I'm 22 years old. You're 22 years old, but you are old enough to know better. So I will say you're 22. I get it.
Enough. The hotel did have my phone. The hotel did end up having my phone. I did get my belongings returned to me.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Great, Gail. Enough. That was my favorite part. Enough. Now, the Harrell family's lawyer released a statement last night. They said this is not about an apology from someone who until a few days ago was claiming she did nothing wrong and, in fact, alleged that Keon Harrell Sr. had assaulted her, someone who targeted a 14-year-old black teenager because of the color of his skin. We'll have more of our interview with Miss Mia Ponsetto on Monday. You know, I actually felt for...
I mean, this is like Cash Me Outside, How About That? Times like 20, okay? This is literally... that is happening right now, except with like the Cash Me Outside, How About That? Bad Baby, or what, however you say her name, like all she did was just like LARP as a black person, which is, you know, it's like a train wreck that you can't look away from. But like what she's doing is a crime, and like literal racism in the form of like a racist assault. So I guess we are advancing as a society. We're now doing like what we consider to be acceptable is now one step above where it once was. RNC speech deal coming. Can we leave white women in 2020? And yeah, and she was like fucking 13 years old. That's the other thing. Like, Your Honor, she did say she is 22 years old. What? Notice how she called herself a 22-year-old, but the 14-year-old kid a man? Oh, yeah. Of course. Well, he's black. Doesn't remorse or lack thereof inform sentencing? I don't know.
The attorney there who was really trying to help her. And then, you know, when she interjected, Mia would get upset about that. She insisted that she's not racial profiling. She has an explanation about that. And, you know, it was reported that an Uber driver returned the phone. She says that's not true. So she wanted to make an apology, but as I said to her in the interview, I'm not sure.
Well, this quote just about describes how they all view the world. This is not America. A woman said to a small group, her voice shaking, they're shooting at us. They're supposed to shoot BLM, but they're shooting the Patriots. Yep, that's it.
You're helping yourself.
No, it's the perfect quote.
He didn't have her phone.
No, he did not.
And?
He did not.
Interesting choice of hat, by the way.
Yeah. Also, the point is the video footage is pretty clear, and she doesn't seem quite ready to acknowledge what it shows.
Her lawyer.
Why are they just not saying it? This is what I mean about morning shows. Like, what do you want her to call fucking Gail the N-word or something? Like, is that when you're going to be like, wow, it really does seem like this interview got racialized. Like, Like, what can a person do? What can a rich white person do? Where you're like, all right, you know, that's okay. Like, this is a racism. Why did her lawyer let her wear that hat? Why did the lawyer let her? Why did the lawyer let her speak on a morning show? Because they know they can defend it. Because they know that she will ultimately probably get like media deals as a consequence of this. She's getting hella IG follows. Why do you think she's wearing a fucking daddy hat? For those of you, who don't understand, the daddy hat is deliberate. She's directly tapping in an incredibly viral moment to the Barstool crowd, which she probably enjoys the content of, and that daddy hat is from the podcast, the Barstool podcast, like Call Me by, what was it called? I don't fucking know. I don't listen to it, but a bunch of like Zoomers, this Zoomer girl that I used to see for a little bit, used to listen to her. Call Her Daddy? Yeah. Call Her Daddy. Okay, so Call Me by Your Name? I don't fucking know. So that's what that is for, right? That hat is merchandise for them. Or is it hat from Urban Outfitters? Oh, really? I thought that was like a Call Her Daddy merch. Is it not? Or is it just the Urban Outfitters one? Oh, the Call Her Daddy podcast said it's not their merch. It said knock off and denounced her. Never mind. I was wrong. Didn't you like her tweet? What tweet? Oh. This is why the bar is set low on consequences of media journalists whose job is to hold people accountable aren't even doing that. I mean, if the media loved fucking exposing and doxing and shit, like shitting on racists in the way that like a lot of people claim that they do, this is like a racist person. This is a racist person that you could absolutely fucking destroy, like easily. Oh yeah, I do follow her, by the way, the Call Her Daddy person. She is very attractive. I mean, they both are. It's a doggy style whistle. Please read this joke. I'm proud of it. Joe Manchin opposes. No. He went back on it. What is PogChamp? Like, why did they change it to this? Whatever is going on there. What is that? Can someone describe to me what this new PogChamp is? Oh, it's random. It's Kenny from You Video Games. Oh, they're going to do a new one every 24 hours? Okay. I like it. Rotates a different streamer every day now. I like it. Bro, this guy goes, it's Kenny, a streamer associated with Maximilian. Okay, what's Maximilian? I have more questions now. You did not give me an answer that clarified anything. You forget that I am a boomer and also a normie when it comes to this sort of thing. We watched Maximilian is Ronald's buddy. Okay, stop. You're joking.
And stormed the Capitol.
I had nothing to do with charging anybody or anything or any of that. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I regret my part in that. And that's all I'm comfortable saying.
Were you inside the Capitol?
I was.
Rouxtalis is the CEO of the suburban company Cogencia. Online campaign contributions show he's donated more than $28,000 to Republican.
Some fucking working class folks out here, brother.
Causes, including $12,000 to President Trump through various committees.
Everything that happened yesterday, I think, was absolutely terrible.
One day I'm going to be on the news like this, and they're going to be like, Hassan Piker, a Twitch streamer, donated to Kirsten Gillibrand's political campaign. The donation, $1.
I'm sorry for my part in it.
The guy in the white shirt told us to come this way. He said
David Fitzgerald from Roselle also traveled to D.C. for the rally. He posted the mob action to his Facebook. He was arrested for unlawful entry and curfew violations.
I'm shocked. He's a very nice guy.
Back at Rouxtalis' house.
I think the violence was terrible.
Why did you go inside? Now, Rouxtalis later said that he went inside after following a group of hundreds inside to see what was going on. He has been placed on leave from his company.
Checking it out, dude. Checking it out.
Company, his CEO.
There is literally no better example that this was not anti-fascist activity than just this video alone, okay? Because leftists and Black Lives Matter protesters in general know that they can't get away with this shit. Like, they know that they can't get away with this shit. They gotta hide their fucking faces, and they would never in a million years admit to this shit unless they're, like, really fucking stupid. That's why throughout the fucking BLM protests, like, people would try to cover the faces of those who are protesting if there's, like, activity that is, outside of, you know, no longer legal or violations of curfew and shit like that. That's why some people photobombed the FBI databases or the local police databases. I don't know who those people were because they were looking for, you know, criminal activity, you know, violent graffiti, things like that. I don't know who did that. Who could have done things like that? That is terrible. I think that is terrible. I do not condone, I condemn. K-pop stans did it. You know, try to go after K-pop stans. You won't. You can't. Anyway. But all of that is so that these sorts of criminal prosecutions do not happen. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier today. The funniest part about the Trump video that we watched last night, and it is a wonderful video. I mean, it's the most cucked. It's the most cucked video for the most cucked group of individuals. But Lindsey Graham told Trump yesterday that there are enough GOP votes in the Senate to remove him from office unless he conceded the election and denounced riots. Like, his aides told him that the original article I saw was that his aides lied to him and told him that, like, they're going to impeach you if you don't concede the election. Can we watch it again? Yeah, we can watch it again. It's so good. Isn't that good? Isn't that a good video? Let's watch it again. Come on. Let's just have a treat, you know? Little treaty boys. Little treat for the boys, you know? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Little concession speech, you know? Let's take a look. Take a look at what's going on there. Okay, little treat. Little treat. Let me just... Hold on 1 second here.
On the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high.
Who has the link?
Now tempers must be cooled.
Who has the link for the QAnon supporters saying that this is a deep fake? Does anyone have that?
And calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. In so doing, I was fighting to defend American democracy. I continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections. Now Congress has certified the results. A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless
This is a deep fake! This is a deep fake! Here's the longer version of the fake Trump video from tonight. His head doesn't seem to move or match properly with his body. You can see it in the video itself, brother. The tweet itself doesn't say it was put out by Twitter. This is a terrible deep fake. The head movements is cadence. He never went off script. Not to mention the obvious face movements they're attempting to pass as real. Open source tooling has shown the latest Trump video might be a deep fake. Interesting. I'm trying hard not to subscribe to any weird theories bouncing around and just give you what I know to be accurate. This isn't definitive proof or anything. The last two Trump videos have seemed odd to me. This president's concession that was released yesterday, the lines on this neck from CGI manipulation clearly shows this is a deep fake. Anyone care to chime in? Been circulating on Twitter and Chinese forums. Italy did it, folks. Them Italians, he never conceded, he never did. Them Italians lied about it.
This moment calls for healing and reconciliation. 2020 has been a challenging time for our people. A menacing pandemic has upended the lives of our citizens, isolated millions in their homes, damaged our economy, and claimed countless lives. Defeating this pandemic and rebuilding the greatest economy on earth will require all of us working together. It will require a renewed emphasis on the civic values of patriotism, faith, charity, community, and family. We must revitalize the sacred bonds of love and loyalty that bind us together as one national family. To the citizens of our country, serving as your president has been the honor of my lifetime. And to all of my wonderful supporters, I know you are disappointed, but I also want you to know that our incredible journey is only just beginning. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
It's a deep fake, brothers. I do not believe you. It's a deep fake, brothers. We need to implement point of measurement suit seam to seam, earlobe to earlobe. Comparison side by side apart from the obvious color differences. Observe shape and size inconsistencies. Now, thank you, Zeke, PhD. Love that your chud voice turned into Dave Gribble. Who's Dave Gribble? My name is... What the fuck was his name? God damn it. Ruther... What was his fake name? Shit. My name is Rusty Shacklesford. I do not know this Dale Gribble fellow, but he probably is a very good exterminator. Yo, Hasi, Mrs. starting shit?
Start drama with Hassan. Yeah, but Hassan's not 100K viewers, especially not playing Rust. So, I don't know if I want to do that. I want to fight someone that actually matters to the world. Does that make sense?
Little 30K Andy when I'm fucking playing Rust. Okay, suck my dick, egg boy. There you go. I took the bait.
One tap.
I took the bait.
Pretty cool stuff, huh?
Why do they live like this? Dude, I don't know. I do not know why he lives like this. I'm sure it'll get better eventually. Democracy is saved. Coca-Cola spoke out. What? What the fuck? Dude, oh, thank God they spoke out against it, brother. He better get that subscriber count up before coming for you, honestly. The Donald reaction to this video. Oh, what a punch in the gut. He says it's going to be wild, and then when it gets wild, he calls it a heinous attack. I feel like puking. Donald is working through their grief, anger, and disbelief at Trump's concession tonight. God, this is good. Yeah, the Axe one was so stupid, but like at least it's kind of funny. We'd rather be lonely than with that mob. Axe condemns yesterday's acts of violence and hate at the Capitol. We believe in the democratic process and the peaceful transition of power. Olive Garden pulled Sean Hannity's Lifetime Pasta Pass. What? There's such a thing as Lifetime Pasta Pass, and I don't have one from Olive Garden? What the fuck? I love Olive Garden. Give me a Lifetime Pasta Pass now. Give me the Lifetime Pasta Pass that you gave Sean Hannity, Olive Garden. I worked there for 5 years. They are super hard to get. Olive Garden is crap. How fucking dare you, dude? That is literally... Wow, dude. Listen, I make fun of Chuds for defending Michaels and shit, but let me tell you something. If an Olive Garden was under threat, I would literally cross state lines with AR-15s. Not one, but multiple AR-15s to defend it. Do you understand? I actually do low-key think like Olive Garden is pretty decent. Their salads are so bad, but like it's not like the worst thing, you know? It's unlimited breadsticks and shit. The Olive Garden is all microwaves. I like their salad though. Wait, what? I just said salad is the worst part about it. The breadsticks, dude. Covered house with breadsticks. I'm glad that we got Axe's take on this. Okay, so they're like losing their minds. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit watching this video. There's a really good one here too. There's like one video where at least there's like some fun stuff here. But I want to read you guys a really, really good moment that was captured on 4chan of Trump supporters getting doo-dooed on. Okay, I retweeted it on my Twitter as well. Imagine spending the better part of the last 5 years having your brain and ego melted by uninterrupted /poll exposure. Flying to Washington in the middle of a pandemic to hear Trump whine about Oprah and Mike Pence at a rally, marching up to Congress on his orders to smash shit and then mill around aimlessly. You go home and you hear that Biden won anyway. And all of your favorite Twitter news sources named like Patriot Newsman of the West with avatars of Roman statues have posted your photo online and are labeling you a gay, communist, Antifa actor. Then the next day, the God Emperor you pasted into Warhammer memes puts out a video cucking himself